Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you're feeling totally exhausted by the modern job hunt, constantly rewriting applications and hearing absolutely nothing back, you are in the exact right place. Today, I'm stepping in as your mentor to hand you the ultimate AI cheat code. We're going to beat a system that frankly feels stacked against you, flip the script, and actually make the jobs come to you. So let's dive right into our agenda. Think of this as your step-by-step syllabus. We're covering the broken hiring system, automating sourcing, beating applicant tracking systems, personalized networking and outreach, and finally, acing the AI interview. Starting right off with Section 1, the broken hiring system. Okay, let's start by validating a frustration I know you felt deep in your bones. Here's a little secret nobody tells you. You aren't losing out on these roles because you're underqualified. You're losing because the modern hiring system was never actually designed to find the best person. It's designed to filter out the maximum number of people as fast as humanly possible. And here is the harsh truth. A recruiter is spending 6 seconds on your resume. 6 seconds. Let that really sink in. For a hiring manager staring down hundreds of applications a day, it's just literally impossible to give everyone the time they deserve. So if the exact right keywords don't immediately jump out at them, you're out. Which brings us to Section 2, automating your job search. Listen, the days of blowing your entire weekend scrolling endless job boards and typing out "I am a passionate individual" for the 8th time, those days are totally over. What used to take days of grueling manual labor can literally take minutes now. Let me introduce you to your new tech stack. These specific AI tools are going to do the heavy lifting for you. We've got Perplexity's Comet browser for web context search and agentic navigation. Then there's Gemini Canvas for document formatting and lot text generation. And to top it off, Notebook LM for building a personal interview notebook and running audio mock interviews. Let's look at exactly how to deploy that first one. So you start by opening your fully updated LinkedIn profile. Then you open the Perplexity Comet browser. Now this tool is what we call agentic, meaning it acts like an independent human assistant that literally reads the context of your screen. It makes decisions and draws connections just like you would. You prompt it to find, say, the top 5 jobs in your target location, like the Bay Area, and you ask it for fitment scores. So instead of you blindly clicking through hundreds of dead-end links, the AI matches your specific background to high-potential roles. And check out the actionable intelligence the AI gives back. It doesn't just hand you a generic list of companies. It deeply analyzes your profile, spots your edtech domain expertise, and highlights your AI product experience. Then, it recommends highly targeted roles, like a head of revenue at an edtech AI startup. But the best part? It provides a percentage fitment score so you know exactly what your odds are. I mean, this saves hours, if not days, of manual filtering. All right, Section 3, beating applicant tracking systems. So you found the perfect job. Awesome. But if you're just firing off one strong, generic resume everywhere, I've got bad news. That is a guaranteed one-way ticket straight into the ATS black hole. Just compare these two approaches. A generic resume with standard word formatting and basic phrasing that's completely invisible to modern applicant tracking system filters. On the flip side, an AI-tailored resume uses a highly structured layout with custom ATS keywords mapped perfectly to the specific job description. Modern software scans for those specific keywords, right? So if you aren't perfectly tailoring your document, human eyes will literally never even see your application. Okay, so how do we actually get that perfect resume? Walk through this Gemini Canvas workflow with me, because honestly, this is an incredible insider secret. First, copy the exact job description and paste it right into Gemini. Next, provide your complete LinkedIn profile summary. Finally, prompt Gemini Canvas to generate a custom resume using latex formatting. Now, asking for latex formatting is really just a fancy way of requesting a highly structured, professional document layout. It gives you this extremely clean, designer-level output with perfect spacing and headers, and you don't need to know a single line of code. It looks stunningly professional and reads exactly how the filtering machines want it to. Now, the absolute crucial point here is following these essential rules. You've got to explicitly tell the AI to use the exact keywords from the target job description. You leverage Gemini Canvas for that perfectly clean structural alignment. And third, you add a strict prompt parameter, format to fit on a single page. Remember that 6-second scan we talked about earlier? Yeah, a 2-page resume basically signals a complete lack of clarity to a totally rushed recruiter. You've got to condense it, just give them the absolute best hits. Moving right along to Section 4, personalized networking and outreach. Look, having a perfect resume is a great start, but to truly stand out, you have got to network. And a standout cover letter or direct message requires deep company research. Guess what? We can completely automate that too. Here is a bold, highly effective strategy to just bypass the typical application pile entirely. Step 1. Identify a leadership target. Let's say you're applying to Anthropic and you want to reach the CEO, Dario Amodei. Step 2. Open Perplexity directly on your target's LinkedIn profile. Step 3. Prompt the AI to write a custom letter linking your background directly to their specific growth goals, explicitly asking the AI to research their recent public statements. And because the AI researched Dario, it perfectly matches his public persona and communication style. It gives us this absolute fire of an opening. Dear Dario, I'll skip the pleasantries and come straight to the point because I suspect that's how you prefer it. I mean, wow. Instead of a snooze fest like, to whom it may concern, you've got a highly engaging custom hook that proves you actually know exactly who you're talking to. But hey, listen to me closely on this one. There's a missing ingredient here. You have got to add your own quirky personalization so you don't just sound like a robot. The AI proves you've done the deep research and understand their world, sure, but you must inject your own human touch. Make it feel like a genuine personal DM or email. People notice rare things, and a deeply researched, personalized message with a real human spark, that is incredibly rare in today's automated world. And now, Section 5. Acing the AI interview. All right, we've hit the final phase, and honestly, the most nerve-wracking part of the whole process. This is exactly where most candidates lose roles they actually should have won, simply due to poor, unguided prep, which brings up a massive source of anxiety for, well, everyone. How do you prepare for questions you haven't even seen yet? How do you practice without sounding scripted or robotic or just overly nervous? Enter Notebook LM from Google. This is going to be your absolute ultimate hallucination-free interview prep partner. Here is exactly how you build your personal interview notebook. You upload your AI-tailored resume and cover letter right into Notebook LM. Next, you upload the target company's blogs, product details, and even transcripts of talks given by the CEO. Finally, prompt the system for mock questions and ask it to grade your answers on a 1 to 10 scale. Think about why this is such a game changer. By uploading both sides of the equation, your specific background and their exact corporate goals, you're basically creating a localized brain that only knows about this specific job match. Just check out this actual mock scenario the AI generates from that closed loop. It asks, how would you design Anthropic's go-to-market strategy in India to ensure AI benefits reach a widespread audience despite economic inequality? Okay, that is not your standard generic, what are your greatest weaknesses question. This is deep, it's high level, and it's super context aware, based entirely on Dario Amodei's actual past statements. Now, don't panic when you hear a question like this in practice. It's designed to force you to think like an executive and a real team member long before you ever step foot in that interview room. And look at the power of this feedback loop. You answer the question, and the AI evaluates you. It identifies missing specific details you might have glossed over. It evaluates your alignment with the company culture. It defines exactly what a flawless 10 out of 10 answer would look like, so you know exactly how to adjust. And get this, it even features an audio overview tool. You can literally generate a 2-person podcast-style conversation entirely about your own interview materials to listen to on the go. You can prep while commuting, practice out loud, and receive brutal, highly accurate grading. It's unreal. Finally, Section 6, the golden rule of AI job hunting. Okay, before you rush off to automate your entire life, I really want to ground you with some realistic expectations about what these tools can actually accomplish. It all comes down to the 80-20 rule. 80% is AI generation, and 20% is human intervention and personality. Look, the AI will effortlessly get you 80% of the way there in mere minutes. It does the sourcing, the structural formatting, the baseline research, all of it. But that final 20%, that absolutely has to be you. You must meticulously review the output, humanize the text, and put in the real effort so your unique personality and expertise actually shine through. So the absolutely crucial point to take away from this explainer is this. The gap between the people who know this cheat code and the people who don't is your ultimate edge right now. By adopting this mentor playbook, you are transforming yourself from a desperate applicant just throwing generic resumes into a void into a highly efficient, highly targeted candidate who actually understands the modern game and plays it to win. Which leaves you with a pretty big choice. Will you be the one rewriting your resume for the 8th time today, slowly losing your mind? Or will you be the one letting the jobs come to you? So go on, take this tech stack, apply it today, and completely reshape your job hunt. Go out there and get that dream offer.